Hi, Mary Grace. It's a nice sunny afternoon in my studio, and I'm going to give you a few videos of some things you can work on between your last lesson and your next lesson to make up for your skiing lesson. So, thought first of all, maybe what I might do is play a couple of pieces for you to choose from, seeing if we want to add some more things to your guild repertoires. And we know we're shooting for 10 pieces, and so we're going to need to add a few more. And I'm hoping to find some things that you're really going to enjoy. So, after yesterday, let me see if I can find the ones I pulled out. I have a couple things that are hopefully stylistically interesting for you. I don't think any of these are too hard for you to learn within the time frame that we have. Probably that jazz piece that you looked at yesterday will take all of the time, I'm guessing, between now and the end of April, with spring break thrown in there, to be able to really master it. Not just learn the notes, but to try to get it to really be the music, the whole piece, the way it's supposed to be. So, today I'm going to play for you 3 or 4. We'll see how my playing goes. The first one is this one called Petite Prelude. And what I'll do, maybe if you want to push pause and get something you can write with, and just kind of put a note after each name of the title, whether you thought you might enjoy playing it or not. That way it'll save us some time for you to have to try to remember when you come back the next time, and I'll say, okay, what would you like? Which of those ones would you like to play? So this first one's called Petite Prelude. A prelude is just an incidental kind of piece that normally comes at the beginning of something. Like if you're at a church service, it might come before the church service started. But during the Romantic time period, it got to be a form of music. Well, really, I think Bach started it. He wrote preludes in all the different keys, and then he wrote preludes and fugues in all the different keys. So, and he was a church organist, so I think the idea might have started there. And then, by the time we get to the Romantic period, we see Chopin writing preludes in every key, but stylistically it was in a Romantic style. So it's become a form that's not an uncommon one for us to find pieces in. And Petite, this is a small one, but I think it has some feelings like a Bach one, because you have a little melody going on in your left hand, and then it's going to have this little counter thing going on, which is just, broken chord type things. So listen and see what you think of it. So that's called Petite Prelude, and just write down a little something to help you remember whether you liked it or not. And then this next one is stylistically really different. I had a student play this a couple years ago at a recital. It's a fun piece to play, and I kind of see some of your personality in this. Not that you have to play it, but I just think it's kind of fun. I find it fun to play. And it's got I wouldn't say that it's a jazz song, but because you get to swing the eighth notes, it has kind of a jazzy feeling to it. So I think it might be one you might enjoy. This is called Walking Home by Vandal. an intentional stop right before that last measure. So they've got the railroad tracks, and then you do this. Kind of end it. I just think it's fun. It's got lots of personality, and I think you could do a great job with that. All right, and then there is a book. Yesterday when we were together, I was thinking about kind of some of that romanticism that you enjoy, some of those lush chords and things, and so I found a piece in D minor. This is a book that I enjoy using with students that are about ear level because it's a composer who tried to make pieces that were going to bridge the gap from being able to play like intermediate level music to being able to go and play the standard literature from people like Chopin from in the Romantic time period. So these pieces are short. Many of them are just one page. The one I want to play for you today is just one page. But they start to work with some of the different aspects that we need to learn technique-wise in being able to do romantic music. So I'm going to play for you one that's called an interlude. Again, this is not any, like the next one's called Song of the Mermaid. It's just not in a key that we're ready to play in yet. But this one is just an interlude, is something that would be music that would happen in between some things. So this is in D minor. So you're familiar with playing D minor because we've done that already, I believe. So this is called Interlude by Gillock. I could probably go a little bit faster in the end, but at least it gives you an idea what the sound is like. So I like that part where it kind of goes like this, that pattern. This one, it would be one that it's only one page, but it would be one that maybe would take a little bit more work than some of the other things. Definitely more work than the other two that I played for you. So there's 3 pieces for you to consider. And when we get back together again the next time, you can tell me which ones you liked and if there's one of them that you'd like to start.